wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is BVI Channel 1. We are back again on this live broadcast coming to you from our studios. And I still remain Associate Peters. Today on Matters Arising, we'll be talking about the issue of open grazing. That is the boiling point of whatever we're doing at this point. And that is the focal point of all our activities as of now. Yes. This is not a time for further sensitization. We've done a whole lot of sensitization regarding this issue of open grazing and the signing into law anti-open grazing bill. Today we are here to mobilize because time is fast ticking. The judgment day is fast approaching. And we are here to make sure we mobilize 1 million persons for this march. Yes, we need 1 million persons to volunteer to join this march for anti-open grazing bill to be signed into law. Yes, and don't forget that People's Restoration Movement is a movement for the people, is a platform to organize the people and to channel our cause to a particular direction. And I want to make some clarification today. In case you don't understand the ideology driving what we are doing here, in case you don't understand the direction we are going, some people have come up with several different questions boiling around leadership, boiling around the termination for this movement for this anti-open grazing bill. Some people have thought that it is a movement just to sign anti-open grazing bill into law, and every one of us will now say bye-bye till tomorrow or till thy kingdom come. No, this is where we make our first stand. I keep saying it. This anti-open grazing bill will be the rallying point to register our presence that the people have risen, to tell the people in government that all these years they have held the people bound. They have used poverty and hunger to break the soul of the society, and they believe that the people can never rise up to make a demand. They believe that the people are so poverty-stricken that anybody can be bought over. They believe that their impunity will continue in perpetuity, that they will continue doing what they are doing without anybody raising an eyebrow. I must tell you that the judgment day is around the corner, and the ideology driving this platform is the ideology of mass movement to restore the dignity of humanity, to set our people free from fear first, because we understand that fear is the biggest enemy of man, fear of death. But we die every day. Even right here in our homeland, you cannot guarantee your life. Yes, because you can just go out and just get shot down and nobody talks about it. Anything can happen to you. The government is so, I would say, careless about the lives of the people, which is the primary assignment of every government, to secure lives and property. And I keep saying any government that fails in that fails in all. So this movement is basically to organize the people, to channel our frustration, our anger, and our depression, because a lot of people are already depressed, towards the right direction. Focus it on our real enemy, our oppressors who are in government. There is nothing that happens to us as a people in our homeland, as a people in Africa, as a race, black people all over. There is nothing that affects us much more than the policies of government of different places where we come from. And coming down home, because I sincerely, and I'll always say this with an open heart, that I am Igbo-centric, I'm Biafra-centric. That is because charity begins at home. And by extension, to black people all over the world, your freedom is what is driving this platform. The ideology to secure the freedom of an average black person to live a dignified life, a life that is worth living, and not the kind of hell people pass through in the name of living here in this part of the world. So, talking about leadership for this movement, there has always been this side of the conception about people who will start this kind of movement, and along the way they collect money and they disappear. They got cornered by the powers that be, they negotiate, and in fact it is a philosophy that some people, some activists who have risen to power have used the sentiment of the people to climb over and join the elite squad. It has happened. So it is valid. That argument is 100% valid. Nobody can dispute that fact. Okay? A typical example is this man they call Adam Oshomole. He was once a labor leader. I once admired that man and his courage during the time of Obasanjo government. He was outspoken, he brought out people, he made sure he fought for the people, but along the line, he used that strength of the people backing him to become the governor of Edo State. What happened? We are all seeing the disappointment. I understand that philosophy very well, and that is why we sat down to make sure that we are not entangled. We will not build any particular person, because that is one fundamental mistake we have been making as a people. We build individual instead of building institutions. Yes, we rally around individual. We push individual. We empower an individual to become so powerful than institutions. It is institutions that should be more powerful than individuals running the institutions. So that you are just going there to just drive that institution. And once you are trying to do the wrong thing, the institution will throw you out. The system will throw you out. That is how sane society works. To a large extent, it puts a check on absolute power, which corrupts absolutely. And because of that, based on this movement, we have fashioned it out in such a way that no man can hijack it. Today, you are seeing me as the face and the propounder or the push in push for this anti-open grazing bill. And I made a comment on over the radio during my live broadcast on the radio, saying that I'm not the leader. And somebody said, if you are not the leader, then who are we following? I said, we have collegiate leadership. That is the kind of leadership structure that have been put in place. Collegiate leadership. A leadership that has to do with other people. It doesn't start with one person and end with one person. It is a collegiate leadership that even if something happens along the line, I might sleep, I may not wake up, I'm a human. I might go out there and get shot down. Anything can happen. I might even get compromised. But even if anything happens, the thing is not built around me. It is not about me. It is about the people. The people becomes the institution, the moving train that is unstoppable. That is unstoppable. And that is why we've set up a platform for everyone to be an equal stakeholder. That is why you have to come on board. That is why we are raising 500 frontliners, volunteers across the world. People of the same mind, people who have the same zeal to free our people. 500 frontliners. Then you can tell me, before the 500 gets done, we'll be going down to the next level, which is the crusaders. These are people who will be on the front line for this movement. Then the rest of the populace. This is what we call people's movement. If I go down, other people will continue based on the same principle to free the people, to take back the land to the people and not being caged, manipulated by few individuals who are in power. This is the leadership structure we've set up, and I'm here to make further clarification and also open up some of the plans, because some people are asking, what plans are you having for this 1 million march? How is it going to work? First of all, we started on the social media. I'm here to give clarification more. Then when I open up the phone lines, you can give us your own opinion and as well identify to be a volunteer, because what we need today are volunteers. 500 frontliners that will mobilize the crusaders. Now, we first started with the social media on this platform, BVI Channel 1. And it has gone so far and wide on the social media. A lot of people have seen this, although there is more people to see this on the social media. That is why we always admonish you to share the video. Good. Now, after saturating the social media as we have already done, we have taken the message down to the radio station, down to the grassroots. You can attest to the fact that many people don't have access to internet. Many people who have even Android phone cannot afford to buy internet, to subscribe to internet. Okay, good. So because of that, a lot of people are still in the dark. A lot of people are still to be brought on the same page. A lot of people are supposed to also get to know about this movement. So we've taken the time to take this campaign down to the grassroots through the radio program. And we're doing it through Odenigbo FM, which we know we are paying heavily for those airtime. And I thank God for our sister in UK. I'm not going to call your name because I don't have the go-ahead approval to mention your name. And some other people who have been supporting this platform in this match. We've been able to pay for yet the radio program to continue. Okay, so that is enabling us to reach to our people. And from there, we will now be moving into the streets. And in order to get into the streets, in order to take this message to all corners, to all nooks and crannies of our environment, our society, our community, we needed the frontline volunteers to mobilize a minimum of 20 persons. Minimum of 20 persons, that is all we want from the 500 volunteers. It could be more, but we are looking at the minimum 500 volunteers. We call them frontliners for this anti-open grazing bill. Okay, for the march, for the mandate, we needed 500 frontliners that will mobilize the crusaders, a minimum of 20 persons. You can be in America, you can be in the UK, you can be in Asia, you can be in Europe, you can be anywhere around the world and still mobilize 20 persons right here. The crusaders must be people who are residents in southeast and south. Permit me to be using that word because that is the geographical description of the areas we are trying to cover, which is the old eastern region. Okay, good. Now, these people that will accumulate to be the crusaders should be people that are domiciled here. But you can stay anywhere around the world, put a call across to your people, your contact. All we needed is their names and their phone numbers. That is all we wanted. Okay, we needed their names and their phone numbers to contact them. All they will be doing at this stage is to take the message to all the nooks and crannies of their community. We have the materials, we have the posters and flyers that will be disbursed. Okay, we'll be disbursing some of these flyers. We have this one and many other ones that should spread across the end. We use it to paint everywhere around our community, within the southeast and the south. When we flood this kind of material on our street, share the flyers in the market, in church, everywhere, at that time we will be saying we are about to march. Because just like the Christians will say that Jesus Christ will not come the second time until the gospel has reached to the end of the world. The march will not happen until this message has circulated and saturated all our community. Everyone will be in the know, because this is the people's movement. Nobody should be caught pan down. Nobody should say, I don't know what is happening. Everybody should be brought on the same page, because we all are equal stakeholders in this thing. We all are all affected by these marauders. So this clarification becomes extremely very important at this time. We are here to mobilize first the frontliners, and the number to call to identify with the frontliners is 0810-420-7522. I'll repeat that number again. 0810-420-7522. And the next number to call is 080-608. Let me not make a mistake in that number. Let me be sure of that number. Let me get the number out. Permit me. 080-6098-2212. I'll record that number again. 080-6098-2212. These are the numbers to call. Identify yourself with them. They are the coordinators of this PRM, that are the organizing body, the platform for this 1 million march. Then you identify with them, your name, where you're calling from, or where you are based. Then the area, the state or the area you want to mobilize people from. It doesn't matter the state. You just tell them. It doesn't matter where you are even living. So you just call them and say, okay, I'm interested in so place. I have my people there. And what you're expected to do is, when you mobilize them, there is a platform that will be open for you. Those of them that have WhatsApp, you will be added to the WhatsApp. We also have a list. We have a data that is accumulating all the informations, so that we'll be sending direct messages to everyone all at the same time. Okay, we don't want anyone to sabotage the feeds. Okay, we want everything to go. We have some levels of information that we cannot disclose on the media like this. It will be passed through the channel that is already set up. So what is expected of you is, when you identify yourself to volunteer to become the frontliners for this mandate to end open grazing in our homeland. It doesn't matter where you live. You can live anywhere around the world. All that matters is your willingness and your determination to mobilize your own community. Your community. You can call your village. You can call your contacts in your state. You can say, oh, this is what is happening. Have you heard about this? You have to join. I'm taking your name and your contact. You'll be receiving messages concerning this, and what you are asked to do, please do it. And what you'll be asked to do is quite simple. You'll be contacted. Those crusaders will be contacted, and the materials will be sent to them. The posters, the flyers, and other materials will be sent to them. What they will do is that within that community, if they are 20, if they are 30, any amount you have mobilized, you can now give them those materials. They will post the whole materials everywhere around, just like you do crusade. That is why we call them the crusaders. Just like the church organized crusade and paste posters everywhere. We want you to post this bill everywhere in our cities, in our villages, in our communities. Then the flyers, you go to market, your church, you share it. Let everyone get to know about this. Then by the time we are done with that level, then we will announce the day that we are going to shut down the region. Because as we are speaking, we are already making moves, reminding the government directly, informing them of what is to come, telling them it is to their own good and to our people that they sign this law, this bill into law to end open grazing. So why not you make use of the opportunity as we have now to contact the numbers I have called so far. The number remains 0810 420 7522. 0810 420 7522, or you call 08060982212. 08060982212. These are the numbers you can call and identify with them. We'll be opening the phone lines any moment from now to get your own submission regarding the topic we are discussing. The Judgment Day is around the corner. Join the 1 million march. Are you ready to join this 1 million march? If you are ready, then you can call the number up here on the top of the screen, 0810-4545-533, to give us your own submission. You can call it through WhatsApp or you call it through the direct line. All of the above can serve. Okay, 0810-4545-533 for you to make your submission regarding what we are saying. Now, I believe at this point you have all understood the direction we are going. Going further, some people are saying, what is the time frame for this march? We have slated this march to hold in August, but like I said earlier, that it depends on the response of the people, and until this message is soaked all around our regions, southeast and the south, then until then we will not march. So the earlier we act up fast, the sooner the judgment day upon our oppressors. The earlier we share this video, the faster we identify with this platform, and not just sit back on the social media and lament, but take a little step that wouldn't cost you anything. We are using the same social media to share the message. Why don't you click on the subscription button and also share the videos that we are publishing for this, so that more people can get to know about what is to come and be part of, because faith cometh from hearing. But how can people have faith? How can people hear and have faith in what we are doing if you did not share it? So I admonish you to click on the share button. Let more people get to know what we are doing. We are not here to entertain anybody. We are not here to arouse your emotion, because we have said it many times and over, how we have been depressed, how we have been humiliated, how we have been seriously undermined and our future mortgaged by men without honor, by men and women in government that lacks honor, wicked people who will stop at nothing to decimate their people, who will not blink to waste the lives of their people just for their personal gratification. It is left for you, it is left for you and I to ensure that this march is a success. And I must tell you, it wouldn't end with open grazing. Yes, let me tell you that. It would not end with open grazing. By the time we organize ourselves, we already have a platform, we already have ourselves put together, then we'll now start making proper demand. We'll start making proper demand. Yes, that is the situation of things. We will start making proper demand. We are going to demand for our schools to start working. Do you know how much that is being budgeted every year in all your states, in all your local government for education? I ask you, have education improved? Go to so many schools in your communities. You see dilapidated structures. You see teachers that are not being trained. You see children that are being taught obsolete topics, things that are no longer visible and obtainable in this generation, things that will never add value to the lives of these children, is being taught to our children in schools. There is no improvement whatsoever. The teachers are not properly trained and motivated. They are not properly paid. Every now and then they go on strike, while the same people who have stolen the money budgeted to improve education have sent all their children abroad. Yes, they have sent all their children abroad. Okay, but some people have, the same people have stolen the fund meant to equip your school, put computers in your school, make the environment to be conducive for learning, motivate teachers so that they can give their best to teach your children. The money provided for that have been diverted to public purse, to private purses rather, to individual purses. And most of this money is being banked abroad, where their children are schooling. Do you know that billions are being siphoned from the budget allocated for your healthcare service delivery? The money that is being allocated for your healthcare service delivery have been pocketed by few individuals who already secured health insurance abroad. That is why any slightest thing, piam, they are disappeared to Britain, to Germany, to America, to United Arab Emirates, to India, to have their medical service. While you die for simple preventable diseases, your wives, your pregnant wives die because of little and simple complications. But due to the doctors are either on strike, or they are not properly motivated, or the equipment to take care of them, or even drugs that will be made available, the money to provide all these things have been stolen, diverted to private purses. These are the areas we will start demanding. But we will first organize ourselves. First of all, to secure our life. To eat. That is the most important thing. We need to eat. We need to feed. Our children need to be alive for us to now make other demands. That is why we are making our first stand on this anti-open grazing bill. The lists are endless. Everything about this country is to steal and steal, to loot and loot. In fact, those who are lining up, waiting to go into government offices, waiting for the opportunity to go into government offices to steal, are much more than those who are stealing already inside government. That is how bad the system has become. And that is why you have to stand up and join this movement. Because it is all about you. Nigeria is killing Nigerians. But until Nigerians rise up and say enough is enough, you might say you are not a Nigerian. You might say you are a Oduduwa person, you are not a Nigerian. What concerns you? You might say you are not interested, you are not a Nigerian. You are Arewa, what concerns you? You might even say, like my own people, we tell you that we are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans. What concerns me? The truth of the matter is that we are all conscripted against our will within this British colonial contraption called Nigeria, killing every one of you, killing your dreams and your aspirations. And until all the Nigerians, I mean all the ethnic nationalities that are being held, all the indigenous people that are being held bound by Nigeria, until they rise, there is no hope for them. That is why I have always called for regional revolution. Let the North go and sort their problem out. They are ravaging the North with insecurity. bombardment, killing. You talking about Boko Haram? Are you talking about herdsmen? Are you talking about armed bandits? The soldiers that are being sent there are being killed. They are not properly motivated. The money meant for the soldiers are being diverted. The money meant to buy ammunition and war machines are being diverted by the ogas at the top, while those at the bottom level are dying. While the people, everywhere is turned upside down there. They cannot even return to their villages. Many of these big elites. But who are at the receiving end? The ordinary people. The people of the north. But I cannot from here, Lechalo, Tochalopa, Jebe to tell them what to do. Because of the ethnic bigotry and division that have been instilled in the system. They will chop up my head before I even make a statement. They will label it is because you are from the east. That is why you are prognosing. If it's even the allies that will instigate the ordinary people to fight you. It is happening in the west, it's happening in the east, it's happening in the south, it's happening in the north. So the best thing is for the people to go and concentrate on your area, just like we are doing here. That is why we are calling for this anti-open grazing bill to be signed into law, and we're making this first stand right from our homeland. The old eastern region, they have now divided into southeast and the south-south. Whatever they call it, the truth is that we are the same people. So that is why we are concentrating our march there. The people from the west, it is left for you. You know your problem. You understand it better. I can't speak your language. When it boils down to addressing the problem from the bottom line, from the nucleus, from the center, from, oh my God, I will not be able to communicate with you people. So that is why I say I am Igbo-centric and Biafra-centric. You have to understand that. And I'm not holding it against you for you to be your own person first. Because charity begins at home, not be me talking. Alright? So, having pointed that one out and made that statement of fact, we are asking that everyone, we are all victims of the system. The only beneficiaries, the only oppressors are the elite class, those in government and their collaborators. They are the beneficiaries, and they are united though. They are very united. Now we are organizing the people to make a stand. When the people rise, the government crumbles, and the people will restore a new government that will serve their interest. We will make a stand. This anti-open grazing bill is a must. We are not going back, and we are not relenting. Everybody should come on board, and we will be taking your calls from now. If you call us, we are going to take your call. If you call us, we are going to take your call. The number to call is 08104545533. That's the number to call. 08104545533. You can call us on the direct line, or you can also call us on the WhatsApp line. They are still the same. The number is right there at the top corner of this screen. We are saying that it is a must. We have said so far so good. Let me quickly acknowledge some of the contributors on today's program, those who are making or dropping their comments while we wait for your calls to come in. The lines are now open. You can call to tell us, not just to tell us how you feel about this, but to identify with this movement and make yourself available for this 1 million march. It is a must. It doesn't matter where you are resident at. You can mobilize your people from anywhere around the world. All we needed is just 500 frontliners that will mobilize 20 crusaders on a minimum each. Okay, so that we will get the whole storm ready. We'll get the cloud to rain down the wrath of the people upon the wicked people, upon our oppressors. I will quickly do some acknowledgement. Neyo Tibu, thank you for being part of this program and dropping your comment. Please permit me, some names are really very difficult to call, so permit me if I make a mistake on your name, please bear with me. Solution, we appreciate you. We also, John, we appreciate you. Okay, somebody asked a question which is very valid. He said, please, Chinedu, how has the response been towards this project, 1 million match? John, watching from the US. John, I must tell you, the response is positive, but the commitment is not as positive as expected, because it is one thing to say I support, it is another thing to make yourself available to be a volunteer for this match. Now, the response for the 500, we've not got it up to the 500 we needed for the frontline volunteers. These frontliners will mobilize a minimum of 20 persons each, so that we will take the message down to the grassroots. Everywhere we want to paint it with End Open Grazing campaign. So I must tell you, you have to be part of this. We are waiting for you and the likes of you and every one of you watching. We have over 100 persons watching at the moment. So if all the 100 persons here watching at the moment identifies and mobilize 20 persons each, we are closer to where we are heading to. The Judgment Day will be around the corner. All right? So I thank you, John, for that commentaries. Also, we have Martin Amatende watching from Borostland. We also have Afekuru Ben. We say shout out to you. We have Naomi Lewis. We say shout out to you. We also have Emmanuel Ezenwa. We also say shout out to you. Thank you for identifying. But it is you have to take another step of faith to join this 1 million march, to join and become a volunteer. That is all I am here to do. Okay, because we have said a whole lot. We have said a whole lot. We are here to do the needful. Every one of you is needed. Those of you who are ready to identify with this 1 million march, we call on you to call the numbers I called earlier, 0810-420-7522, 0810-420-7522. You will be, aligned with the rest of the team that are already on board. Okay? And in case you want to make a contribution towards this program tonight, you can call the number you are seeing at the top corner of this screen, 0810-4545-533. And somebody said, DK Francis said, I hear that Ohanes have been removed by the CAC. That is not the topic we are discussing. Sorry about that. Kinsley Obidimma, thank you for your compliment. I appreciate you. Have law. I thank you and I bring you greetings from here too. We have Wisdom Ndudi watching from Holland. We appreciate every one of you. We expect you all to join this 1 million march campaign, either through your commitment in sponsoring. We have a whole lot of things to do. The printing of the materials like the flyers, the printing more than 3 million flyers and posters that will be spread across our entire land. You know how much that will cost. We need people to fund it. Okay? It is seriously needed. That is why we ask you to call those numbers and let's see what area you want to cover for us in this movement to sign anti-open grazing bill to law. All right? And let me now move into the next thing I would like to be talking before I wrap up this program. We have discovered, we've been asking ourselves, why is it that these politicians are not willing to sign this bill into law, especially the governors? What is refraining them? What is deterring them from signing this bill into law? We got to understand that many of them are investors in this business, in cattle business, yes. And I have also published that if you go through some of the video we published recently, you will hear Ojo Zokalo make the statement that some of him, people like him, are investors in this cow business. So for business interest, they have sworn that you will continue to live impoverished, that your food security will not be guaranteed, that your farmland will be rendered desolate, that you will continue to be killed and your women raped. That is why they are not interested in. Perhaps open grazing is helping their business. They don't need to buy food. They now depend on the crop you cultivated, the cassava you cultivated, the yam you cultivated, the maize you cultivated. They use it to feed their cows. And the worst part of it, and the irony of the whole thing, is that you will go back to the market and buy the same cow and use it to make food. Use it for your ceremonies. Use it for your traditional marriage, white wedding as you call it. Use it for your Ofala festival. Use it for your chieftaincy title and burial, and see all of that. You go back to the market and patronize them. That is the biggest problem. These people are making a whole lot of money, running in billions. What this anti-open grazing bill is simply saying, ranch these cattle. Our people can even move into cattle business. We have our own cow, which is more and far better species of cow, Efibo, which is almost going into extinction because our people have lost interest in agriculture, have lost interest in livestock farming. So we use this opportunity to tell our people there is a bound business opportunity, lucrative business opportunity if you invest in rearing cows, especially our Igbo cows, which you can ranch, go get food for them, feed them in the ranch, and use them for your cultural. In fact, before now, our people know they use Nama for burial and all of the traditional things. They use Efibo, our native cow, to do all of those things. Okay? So when we go back, it will be open up a business opportunity for our young people to go into that. I too, I want to invest in agriculture, especially in livestock farming, specifically the Igbo cow. We've made a step. Yes, BVI Channel had made that step to set up a business structure, a business institution that will pilot this agricultural investment. We had wanted to, or not that we had wanted, we're still looking forward to our people who will invest in that business, in that agricultural business that's already set up by this platform, BVI Channel 1. So that we'll tell our people it is possible. When we say we do as we have spoken, we back our words with action. We want to set up what we call agricultural industrial estates, where you have plantations for palm, plantations for oranges, plantain, and the rest of them. We have plantations for all of these things, okay? And also have a ranch to rear pigs, to rear cows. What about our native goats? Before now, if you go to the villages, while growing up, there is no compound that doesn't have livestock pen. There's no compound that you come in that you don't have what they call undueru, where you keep goats, sheep, and even native cows. When you want to feed them, you go to the forest, get their food, and tie it for them there. That is how we do it. We don't allow animals to stray into farmlands to destroy people's crops. But that is what is happening in our community today. And that is why it is a must to end the open grazing. And most importantly, that is why you need to be part of this. I cannot do it alone. It can only take your efforts. It can only take your participation to get this thing done. We also have more people coming on board. If you're just joining, this is BVI Channel 1 and we're on a live broadcast. We are just here to make clarifications. We have said a whole lot in the previous broadcast. All you need to do is to spread the message. If your calls coming, we'll take your calls. But we are here to make clarifications on the step we've taken, where we are, and what we are doing. And like I said earlier, this is just where we make our first stand to make a demand, for good governance, so that we start living like humans, okay? So that our people will start having a taste of what good governance is. Many of us have run away from this miserable life in this country and have traveled abroad. I must tell you, it wasn't like that from the beginning. People made sacrifice to fix those places. People must make this needed sacrifice to fix our homeland, because we have no other place to go to. That is the truth. Okay? So that is what I am bringing to you. This is BVI Channel 1, and we have exhausted a whole lot of time, and we have explained these things in detail. What is now left for you is to share it. Yes, what is left for you is to share the message and get everyone on board. Okay? This is where we'll be wrapping it up. I believe if you have further questions or further clarification, you can call the number you see on the screen after this broadcast. You can also call the number for the mobilization, which is 0810-420-7522 or 08060982212. These are the numbers to call to join and be part of this. I appreciate you all for watching this far. I hope you are going to take this message to everyone out there to make your own submissions and identify with this platform, with this movement, with this mandate to get the anti-open grazing bill to be signed into law. It is a collective responsibility. Don't expect me alone to do it. This is not the business of where 2 or 3 are gathered. This is the movement of the people. And when we mobilize the people, the government will crumble. And we'll be able to set up and fix a government that will fix our lives, because Nigeria is killing Nigerians. Thank you for watching this far. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel. Keep following us on all our social media platforms. You can go to People's Restoration Movement on Facebook, join there. You can also join our BVI Channel 1 group and also like our page. Subscribe to this platform, click on the bell so that you'll be getting notification whenever we are live. Thank you, those of you who have been watching. I hope you have taken something from this platform today. All we need you to do is to share it. I beg of you. We don't need to lament. It doesn't take anything from you than for you to just click on the share button, share it on WhatsApp, share it on Facebook, wherever you're getting it. Please keep sharing it. We need more people to be part of this. This is where we will make our first stand. This is where we will register the presence of the people who are ready for their freedom. Thank you. So far, so good. I'll be wrapping it up from now. Henceforth, you can continue with the conversation by dropping more of your comments. We'll continue chatting from there. All right. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God keep you. Stay safe at all times. I am signing out from now. Stay cool.